YouTube, it's Ashley Offset. I wanted to say a huge thank you to those of you who caught my Gear That Made My Year video back on New Year's Eve. If you did happen to catch that, I said that I kind of had a theme for this year coming up here on the channel. And so this first video, I think, really will set the tone for the rest of the year. And so without further ado, what we have is a set of Fender Troposphere single coil pickups. These were designed by Paul Waller in the custom shop, but this particular set was hand wound by Josefina Campos. More on her in just a little bit, but basically back in October, Fender announced this limited run, and you know limited run is going to get me every time. It is what it is, but a limited run of these custom shop hand wound pickups from Josefina Campos. And I immediately knew that I had to get them. I know a lot of gear that I have here on the channel, I'm always like, oh, it was a no-brainer. I knew I had to get it. But seriously, over the past couple of years, I have been looking for a guitar that featured either a set from Abigail Ybarra or Josefina Campos. And again, more on them in a minute. But to offer a set outside of a guitar was more in my price range, because honestly, what was stopping me was that these pickups are obviously commonly put in guitars that are of custom shop quality or maybe even more vintage guitars, and so they didn't line up with my price range or timing or anything in between. I just hadn't been able to get my hands on a set. So this, although they retail for $499, was more obtainable for me. And because and many of you who watch the videos know, I call myself a perpetual beginner. I feel like I'm in that perpetual beginner stage as far as my playing. However, I do, because of that, lean more towards the side of collector. And so because this is in a nice display case, and I'll show you some closer up images for sure of what this is, and because I do consider myself a collector, I think this is like perfect for the lineup. Now, a very small bit of history, because there is an expansive history on both Abigail and Josefina, but basically Abigail worked under Leo Fender. In fact, she didn't even know that Leo Fender owned the company at first. I believe she said she often saw him like in a pair of overalls, and she had no idea who she had been communicating with at first, that he was in fact the owner. But anyway, she was the one who made the classic hand-wound pickups for the original Fender guitars for decades. And so insert Josefina Campos, who has worked for Fender, I believe, since 1991. She began by sanding the bodies of the guitars. Abigail was projected to announce a retirement in the coming years, and so Josefina brilliantly talked her way and earned her way really into kind of getting that torch passed to her. So Abigail taught her everything she knew. And what I can tell you is that if you watch, like, I have chill bumps right now, I'm not lying, but if you watch an interview with Josefina, you can see and feel, it's really palpable, the heart that she has for her craft. And she cares about these hand-wound pickups. And I think it does make a difference. It comes across, it's palpable. You can feel that passion. And when you have a passion for something, I guess it takes one to know one. And so you can kind of feel that energy about them. And that's one reason I wanted to get my hands on a set of these pickups, because I know that she is legit and I appreciate the art. And so here we are with this set of Troposphere pickups. So originally I was going to unbox these on camera, but I think that many of you will be able to relate. Sometimes you just want to kind of live in the moment, and these were really special to me. So instead of setting up a camera and worrying about angles, I was just in my kitchen. I just wanted to open the pickups up and just really take in the experience without chasing views, without chasing subs or anything like that. I've had this for a couple of months now and I'm still this excited. So you can only imagine how excited I was on the day that I actually saw them and had them in my hands. But I hope you'll forgive me for kind of not unboxing them and experiencing them on camera. But I think it's important to realize that sometimes life should be lived in the moment and not without distractions or anything like that. So I had my moment with the pickups. I unboxed them, thought it was just insane, especially when we get into this and we see the signature on each pickup. It's just beautiful. So without further ado, I hope even after all these months, you can still feel my excitement in acquiring this set of pickups. I'd like to go ahead and show you what that unboxing experience was like. Of course, you can see it comes in this collector's case. The case is okay quality. I mean, it's a plastic case, still very nice, and I like the way that they have it presented here with a little COA underneath the clear covering. And so when you open up, the COA does come out. Don't really want to mess with it too much. You guys know how I am with stuff like this, but there's the COA. Just absolutely beautiful. We'll put that right here. And then you have this kind of velvety plush foam in that box. Now the real money shot is when you unbox this part. So let's go ahead and do that now. I've kind of found the best way to do it. It makes me cringe, but here we go. Just doing it like this. I'm gonna set this here for now. You have a wiring diagram. I won't open that up, but you do get that. And then we'll take this bottom piece of foam off here. And then you have your tools for mounting here. And the magnets are sticking to those, but we got them off. And here you have your hand wound pickups. And of course, do some close-ups of this, but just looking at that, they're dated 10/9/24 with her beautiful signature with the heart over the eye. Stunning. I'm just going to leave this here just like this because I think that is really the money shot. And actually, we'll put it there like that to do it justice. Now on to the actual flavor of these pickups. Again, these are Troposphere single coil pickups. Now we'll put some more specifications of these particular pickups here, but basically they're developed by Paul Waller of the Master Shop. They're an underwound pickup, which tend to give a lot of headroom and give you some overdriven sounds, but they can be dialed in for calmer tones. And so I think the name Troposphere is really appropriate for these pickups because it's kind of the lowest point of the Earth's atmosphere and they're underwound. But the next thing and the main reason for me being excited to post this video, aside from showing you the beauty of these pickups and the history, is that I need your help. So I did a little bit of research myself. Again, I'm a novice, but I've seen this particular set of pickups put in something like a hardtail relic Strat, say. And so I was kind of leaning hardtail Strat, but I would like something that is not so cheap that it doesn't do the pickup justice because these are really special to me, but not something so nice that I wouldn't want to gut the thing to put these in it. So I find myself kind of in limbo there. The other option, which might make a lot of you cringe, is to just leave them in the collector's case and let them be what they are. Again, I do consider myself a collector, although I feel like the pickups themselves, hearing that, are screaming, what? Like, we made it this far in life to sit on a shelf and not just rock out on a guitar. So I think what will end up happening is that these have to be placed in something. Let me know what you guys think though. I know there are a ton of you out there who know way more than I do about this kind of thing. So what would you put this set of pickups in? Please let me know. Hey, if it's your first time sticking around, I do hope you'll sub or at least look out for my videos in the future. I really have an appreciation for guitar and gear, and I'm going to try to make more videos this year as I can. Really appreciate all of you who have been here since day one, especially those of you who I find in my comments just every single time. Really supporting me despite being such a small channel and really allowing me to explore the guitar world, being a beginner and all that. And it's been a couple of years now, and so I don't know how long you're gonna let me get away with calling myself a beginner, but at the same time, I think as the guitar journey progresses, you somewhat always feel like you're never going to know everything about guitar. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the exchange of information here on the channel. And I really hope to see you in the next one because I have something that falls along with this theme that we're doing this year. So please stick around. We have some fun stuff coming up, and I will see you in the next video.